Alright, so I'm going to play with some fragrances here. I got some smooth stuff. All the stuff that I'm going to show you today is all just really smooth, sophisticated, comfortable wears. Things you could wear to the office for the most part. Things you could wear hanging out at home. Good for winter. All of them will be good for that really confident feeling of just smelling good and being really just sophisticated, and for specific situations that are not on the fresh category. They're not on the it's multi-purpose, right? But for these fragrances I lined up here, it's going to be all just this smooth, sophisticated. When the word smooth comes to mind, smooth operator, something a little bit darker, something a little bit warmer, something a little bit more interesting. Let's start it off with Dior Homme Intense. Dior Homme Intense is just super sophisticated smelling. I think it's a modern masterpiece. It's a designer Christian Dior brand, right? So we got this. It's a little fingerprint magnet right now, but I'm just going to show you guys. They got all kinds of little things on this bottle that are super cool. But anyway, this smells like a woodsy, sophisticated, complex fragrance. You're going to smell a little bit of this vanilla on the dry down behind the woods, and then some other notes. This thing kind of, nothing really smells like it out there. I mean, they have clones of it, and I know the Parfum is like one step up from this. That's a little bit more in the lipsticky makeup bag kind of smell. I know that sounds strange. This has some of that lipsticky feel to it too, that like woman's makeup bag smell. I think it comes from the iris that they use in here. So anyway, this is Dior Homme Intense, not the other flankers. There's a bunch of different ones. This is the one I went with. I actually really love this fragrance. I don't wear it too much right now. It doesn't perform like super longevity. It comes down to me like to hit on that vanilla and the dry down a little bit more. So I do appreciate this fragrance, but I don't wear it as much as I would like to. Maybe when it gets cold again, this is going to be a pretty awesome cold weather fragrance. I got it in December when I was on vacation, and I actually, that same vacation, proposed to my fiance wearing this. And I had it in my mind that I would propose to my fiance wearing this. I got it under $100, 100 ml, and yeah, I could see a lot of guys need to smell this before they buy it, so please don't blind buy this, and definitely don't buy it at some of the prices that you'll see in the retailers. So yeah, hopefully you can get this for less than 100, and don't get it confused with the Parfum, which is super marked up because it's really hard to find in the US. Anyway, moving on, I'll leave that over there. I got La Nuit de l'Homme by YSL. You got this big old cap on it, which sometimes comes off, but you got the YSL on top. Not too, I dusted these, but I touch them and it ruins it. So anyway, beautiful, beautiful scent right here. This one you could wear to tons of occasions. You could wear this all over the place. It's not a fresh fragrance. It's a soft cardamom, kind of dark. The name is really creative. La Nuit is like the night of man or something close to that, or like night for men or something like that. Anyway, YSL did a great job with this one. It's a fucking legend. Okay, so people who haven't smelled this or the flanker YSL Blue Electrique, that's another one that you need to get your hands on because they just smell incredible. Now there's clones of the YSL Blue Electrique, the La Nuit de l'Homme Blue Electrique DNA, and there's all kinds of flankers of this one and the other L'Homme line. They're all really great. So YSL did a great job putting this one together, but it's got this soft cardamom kind of feel. Not floral, not fresh, nothing crazy like that. No vanillas found in it, but this just like really, really unique smell. Very soft, distinct smell. I wore half this bottle already. This is a big old bottle. Let's see what we got. looks like 200 ml bottle. I got this at the actual like retailer. Um, Occasionally I'll go to a perfume store. I usually hate perfume stores, so for me to go to a perfume store is kind of a big deal. I'll usually go with a friend or something, and I usually don't buy anything when I go, but I saw this and I was like, oh, there's a deal if we get two. I got that one and something else. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I was happy to take this home because if you don't if you don't have like a nighttime scent, like something that you want to spray, like I would spray this on my bed. Literally, it's makes your room smell nice. Like you would smell great with this on at night for sure. So it's cozy, but not in a like festive kind of way. It's like really relaxing smell and really really versatile. You could wear it anywhere. It's a little bit sexy, so if you don't want to come across as like too sexy, don't wear it. Like, you know, sometimes it's not time to be the sexy center of attention, you know. Sometimes it's just time to just like kind of take a back seat, wear something that just gets you along, wear something that doesn't stand out. This doesn't stand out super hard, but yeah, it could be a little bit sexy. So this is why I sell La Nuit de l'Homme. Certified awesome, great scent, love it. Let's move into something similar. So I talked about his flankers. This is a clone of the flanker of YSL La Nuit de l'Homme Blue Electrique. So this is an interesting bottle. I don't know if I love it. I really like this trippy thing going on here. But yeah, so this is Lattafa's Al Nashama Caprice. Now don't get it twisted, there's an Al Nashama as well. This is the Al Nashama Caprice. Anyway, let's move the top out of the way. This is like this really nice blue crystal kind of bottom with the gold top. It's pretty cool. The bottle's really not what you are paying for. It's the smell that's inside this. So I've always characterized it as, it smells like La Nuit de l'Homme a little bit, but it has that blue DNA that's found in the Blue Electrique version, which is much more mass appealing and much more versatile, I'd say, and a little bit more complex, because it just has this fresh, clean component and this masculine component to it, but still maintains that soft touch of cardamom that just like special thing that La Nuit de l'Homme has to it. So this one though, definitely have to recommend this for sure, because I think you can get this for $30 and you're capturing a lot of that scent DNA. That's pretty close. I characterize this one as a little bit warmer, maybe a little bit deeper, maybe a little bit better on the performance than the original. So the original is also over $100. I don't know if you want to do something like that, you know, spend on the original. You can go to Sephora, you can go to Ulta, you can go to all the stores that carry designers, and they will have definitely La Nuit de l'Homme, most likely La Nuit de l'Homme Blue Electrique. I don't think it's discontinued, but anyway, this I got for $30. Huge fat bottle, and I like to spray this a lot. There's also a clone called Jack of Clubs. That one I have as well. The bottle was delivered broken, so I don't want to show it to you because I had to decant it into a regular bottle with no demarcations on it. So anyway, that one is just more representative of the actual original, and I like wearing them both evenly. This one is really fun to wear though, because it's an easy dumb reach. I can go grab this. It's going to be good in winter. It's going to be good in any season, wearing any outfit really. It's a no-brainer. No, Lattafa's Al Nashama Caprice. Al Nashama Caprice. All right, let's go into something kind of close in what it looks like, but much different in what it smells like. L'Eau d'Issy. Okay, this is Issey Miyake, a Japanese perfumer. He has a few really, well, more than a few. The original L'Eau d'Issy Pour Homme is this really great lemony kind of fragrance, and this is a Japanese perfumer. He makes extremely fresh smelling things. This one, you'll see shades of Kalam on there. It's an EDT, and it says 125 ml, okay? This thing smells like this really interesting blend, almost like a chai tea kind of thing with lemon in the top and like green tea kind of smell, and it's very soothing, calming, smooth woods kind of smell. Woods, and I really enjoy it. It is a huge bottle though. It does take up quite a space. It's pretty tall. Like, I don't really have anything, like, I got pretty big hands, and yeah, this thing's like, it's gotta be like 6-7 inches tall. Like, this is a pretty big bottle. I gotta lay it down like in my collection and like put it in the right spot. But anyway, this lasts a pretty good amount of time. It has a little bit of this smell to it where I don't always wear it. I could wear it at night. I could wear it to work. It's a freshie, but freshie in a different kind of way. It's very sophisticated. I think I got this for in the $20 range, $25 max. And I just had to scoop it up. Big 125 ml bottle. L'eau de Issy, Isimayake's Shades of Kolam. Shades of Kolam. Kolam. I really enjoy this one. My fiance likes it. Usually people smell it on me. They like it too. So it is interesting. It's got some clear, fresh juice. Nothing too crazy there. I love the blue on it. Smells great. Pretty cheap, low risk. But again, if you don't know what this smell profile smells like, it's a tea fragrance. Could be a chai fragrance even. You could say it's a chai kind of fragrance. So it's got that dry kind of like tea element going on. These smooth woods. So there's like a smooth woods, and there's something called cashmerean in the base. So the base, if you haven't smelled cashmerean, you're gonna smell it in this one. So it's really, really example of what that smells like. So it's like a dry, woodsy kind of smell, almost in the Palo Santo range of smells of woods. Like, I don't know if you ever smelled that dry Palo Santo woods, but yeah, this is kind of an interesting fragrance, something different, a different kind of freshie. Definitely recommend if you do stumble across this and you get it for like $20 and you like to have something different, this one's good to grab. Also, I'm not here to sell any of these. These are just things that I like to wear and how I feel about them. So, you know, it might turn you on to something interesting, or if you're already looking at something that you like, you know, you've been looking at, and I show it to you and tell you it's really fucking good, you might go that way. So let's talk about it's like a 2-for-1, this one. So I would say I'll lump these together, but they are not the same. So this is what I call probably the best Angel Share clone. Brooklyn Fragrance Lover by Alexandria. Angel Share by Killian is the original. It's like an apple pie smelling dessert kind of fragrance with this boozy kind of like cognac kind of thing going on. And this smells like a dessert. Yeah, this is awesome. It smells unbelievably good. So it's kind of like a gourmand fragrance. If you ever heard of a gourmand fragrance, it smells like a dessert or some kind of food or some kind of deliciousness, right? You smell delicious and sweet and sugary, like an apple pie dessert, some kind of apple turnover dessert that also has this rum kind of cognac thing going on. And yeah, it's sugary and great. So this is my favorite clone so far of the DNA that this kind of emulating. So saying that this one is that good, right? We have Dua. So Alexandria and Dua, two absolute titans in my opinion. I really enjoy both of these companies. I probably like Alexandria better, but Dua is just unbelievable. So they do a really great job. Dua, really great job. Anyway, Poseidon's Angelic Elixir is like a mix between Angel Share and Creed Aventus. So this thing smells like a little bit of both of them, right? And it meets in this like nice middle ground between the two. And I have to say, it becomes its own thing, even though it dries down into that Angel Share. You do get that freshness, that masculine edge that Aventus has with the pineapple, and it just changes this fragrance and the smoky birch wood. It's in here. You can definitely smell that. So this, I think it was $65 or $55 for a 30 ml. Now that's bordering like per milliliter on like niche prices, so I'm not too thrilled about the pricing, but the quality's there. You can get some pretty cool deals, and it's really hard to not just buy. It's really hard to just buy a single Dua. So I end up buying like two or three, or maybe crazy and buy four different ones from Dua at once on their website, and always use a code. They always have these codes. So Dua's really cool. I have a bunch of these, from the line, all just stacked up, laying sideways like this, and it says all their names on the side, so it's kind of cool. You can make like them in a line. Anyway, the 2-for-1 I'm talking about. This is if you like the original angel share, you know what that smells like. I kind of tried to describe it to you. This is like an angel share hybrid with Creed Ventus, the king of fragrances. Not in my opinion, but that's what they've called it. I think it's fallen out of its kingliness. When I first got into fragrances, Creed Ventus was like, oh, you gotta smell Creed Ventus. I even had people who aren't into fragrances tell me to go smell Creed Ventus, so anyway, Poseidon's Angelic Elixir, pretty interesting. I haven't worn it a lot, but kind of just got it. And actually, let's stay in Alexandria for one more. So I have a bunch of Alexandrias that I really like. This one's called Purple Haze, okay? Damn, I love them. It's really my favorite, like, small house for guys and girls, right? So I'm gonna do some female fragrances at some point too. So what I like about Alexandria is these cool little bottles, first off, but the smells, right? Everything that they make, I think they cut costs on like the bottles, and they get straight to the actual, like, what's inside this, what this smells like, the constructions, and they do a great job emulating, like it, like for instance, this one is emulating Initio's Psychedelic Love. Initio is a very expensive brand. I've talked about them before. You can go find them. Parfums de Marly also owns Initio, and one of my favorite scents that I stumbled upon is this little guy called Purple Haze. Purple Haze by Alexandria. Super awesome scent, man. They just did a great job with this. So it's like a almondy, there's something called hedione in it, and heliotrope, and they're like these flowers smell that makes you like get this like almondy kind of sweetness with this floral and vanillic background, and my goodness, it's hard to explain how magnificent this smells. Could a girl wear this? Yes. Is this made probably for girls? I don't know. But if you're going to wear this, it's not work safe. You're going to smell like you're wearing a woman's perfume. Possibly. I could be wrong. I love wearing this, though, because I'm a pretty masculine looking fella. I'm pretty muscular, kind of big. So, and I got a beard, right? But I got the long hair. So maybe, like, just my presentation, I could get away with this. I got big hands, whatever. People, like, don't see me as wearing, even if I'm wearing female fragrances and they smell it, they're like, oh, that smells really good, instead of like being like, you smell like a woman. And honestly, I don't really care what other people think. I love how this smells, and it soothes me. Just like all the other fragrances I showed you, these are soothing, like, to me. These are very relaxing, kick back, leisurely, soothing fragrances. Very interesting profile on this one. I'm really compelled to buy the original, but I am just not getting through this bottle that fast at all, because it's pretty strong. I'll spray a couple sprays, 2, 3, 4, and I'm like wearing this for hours and hours and hours. Even the next morning, I'm smelling it on my clothes. So I'll wear these at night, usually after I've showered, or I want to go to bed, or just kind of testing them. I'll go to sleep, spray a little bit on my arm, and spray a little bit on my shirt, and then I'll smell my arm and I'll smell my shirt in the morning. Most of the time, this one's always there. This one's beast. If you spray it too close, you're going to smell it all night. It smells amazing. It's super, super sexy. Very sexy and dark, like, very sexy, a little feminine, sure. Yeah, it's not like a masculine, dark, powerful, commanding scent, but I really have to say, Alexandria always knocks me out of the friggin' my seat, man. The company, they just do it, man. They do it right. So my strategy for you guys, if you do like hear me what I'm saying with Alexandria, you have to figure out what scent profile you like in general. Like this wouldn't be a good like starter scent, right? But if you go on their website and you get their sample pack, you can pick 7, okay, different ones that might interest you that you want to try a clone of. So anything, sometimes I just pick ones that have cool names. You pick 7 of them, and then they put that in a sample pack, and they usually send me a free sample of something else as well, which I'll show you eventually. But anyway, this is just a really great house. So usually I get a sample pack and I'll order like one of these. So this was, what is this, 30 ml bottle? Yeah, this is a 30 ml. And with this 30 ml bottle, it's going to last me a long time. And I think it was in the $40 range. So it's cheaper than Dua. I'd say higher quality than Dua for the most part. And all of the scents that I enjoyed from them so far, and I actually went and bought the bottle. I think I have 5 to 6 bottles from Alexandria. I just like them all. I really do. They're some of my favorites and some of my most worn. Now, I've already talked about Visionary twice. Don't let me get me started on that one, but this is just killer. I got Black Panther, Visionary, all these different ones from them. So maybe I'll do an Alexandria video at some point. I definitely have to do a Dua video at some point because I have like 12 Duas. And I have different feelings about all of them. Generally, though, all the Alexandria stuff that I've experienced, and quite a bit, I have 3 7-packs, and like that's 21 different fragrances I've sampled and worn from them from just the samples, those little 5 ml sample packs. The free ones they gave me, that's 3 more. That's 15 fragrances, right? And then I got the ones that I own in bottles. So I have 3 plus 5, so I have 8. So I have 25, 6, 7 experience with 27 of their fragrances at least, right? Maybe my math's messed up. It is the middle of the night right now, and I've had a very long Monday. I've been up since 7 and worked 9 hours and then came home and, did family things. But this is what I do on my free time, and my free time started today at midnight, so that's how much I love you guys. Anyway, Purple Haze, hell yeah. It's a little feminine, so don't go blind buying it and be mad at me. So let's move into something a little more masculine, right? Darej. Man, Darej. This is Rasasi. Rasasi is a Middle Eastern company. They also make one of my other favorites, my favorite, all-time favorite, Hawas. Rasasi's Hawas. So Hawas Ice. Those two are just totally different than this. But I'd keep scooping up Rasasi fragrances because they're doing something that impresses me, and their prices are ridiculously low. This was $22, okay? I wore this to a family function, and I got compliments like a couple times for it. And I can wear this pretty confidently in those. You can wear this formally. This is a formal fragrance. It's hard to describe the smells because, okay, so it's a clone of an old Valentino V fragrance, which I don't really know what it smells like. It says it's a clone of that. Take what you will from that. I just enjoy how sophisticated, manly, and like dark. It's not really too sweet. Let me smell it. Yeah, this is just dark, mysterious, sophisticated, smooth AS. Just so smooth. It's just not powdery. It's a little sweet. Smooth. It's got a spiciness to it and a woodiness to it, like a dry, like a deep woods kind of smell, like these really, really fancy woods. A little bit of spiciness going on. Anyway, for 20 something bucks, you could wear this with a tuxedo. You could wear this to work with any outfit that you're wearing. You could wear this in the winter, definitely in the winter. You could go heavy on this. It's cozy. I don't wear this like at night when I'm just chilling around the house, but you could. It's got some different use cases. Darej, right? Pour Homme, Rasasi. Rasasi's super cool. They have this purple juice in a couple of their fragrances, so anyway, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. It's one of those so cheap that I don't really have to sell it to anybody. I'm just telling you I like this one. I haven't used the crap out of it yet, but that's because I have a lot of fragrances, and some of them I use way more than others. This one, don't go to it too much personally, but I know I have my times. I use this in the same use cases as Prada Black, Dior Homme Intense. Anytime where I don't really know, I'm not too confident, I have to be upscale but not offensive. You know, there's like an upscale. I want to look put together. I want to look gentlemanly, but I don't want to be blasting, absolutely blasting fragrance at people. This one is like super pulls you in. It's seductive. It's very sexy in a manly kind of way without being gross. You know, some of the manly scents can be a little bit turning off for people. It's very mass appealing smell here, but still different enough to not be generic. Anyway, that's Darège. Let's talk about mass appealing again. We got Prada Black. I've talked about this before. It's like the most different Prada fragrance besides the Prada L'Homme line, the intense version. That one is also really good. This one uses like something similar to, I don't know, I've heard people say they smell like a rubber smell and a pencil shaving smell in this, and I totally get that. I get like a soft, sweet kind of smell to this, and like a deep, I mean, the name pretty much fits it. It looks like it could be a leather scent on the outside. Looks like maybe they would try leather, but no. If you've ever smelled, there's an Armor All. And I know it sounds weird, but like there's an Armor All that you can like wipe the inside of your car with. It's like dead on to me. This smells like that, but this is like an upscale version. Now, quality control, this sprayer sprays like, I'm not gonna spray it. It sprays like a stream, like a straight stream, and it would ruin your clothes. So I can spray this like 15 feet. This thing, it just comes out like a water gun. So I have to spray this into another bottle with a really nice atomizer and then spray it out of that. So it's kind of like annoying that they had that happen, but yeah, the smell. If you were going to like a really intimate thing and you didn't want to be like offensive, but you still want to wear something to be remembered, you want to wear something a little different. Now I smell Prada Black on quite a few people. I think I've smelled it on 3 or 4 different people already, which is kind of a lot because I can pick it out. You can tell it's very distinctive smell. I really do like the rubbery kind of smell that it has, and this deep kind of soft, dark, sweet, still masculine, but I'm telling you, it smells like that Armor All smell that you clean your car with, or like a rubbery kind of black shine to it. I don't know how to explain it beyond that. It's definitely alluring. It's definitely sweet, and I enjoy this. Is it strong? No. You can spray a shitload of this. I do get like some of the notes stick around on me, like, you know, they're on my clothes later, and my shirt will smell really good. Even like a couple of days later, I'll smell some of the DNA like still didn't evaporate all the way, and it kind of leaves behind like this really nice scent. So Prada Black, I think this is 100 ml. Yeah, 100 ml. It's kind of expensive for what you're getting, so don't rush in and buy this right away, but sample it. You should sample it. It has the same use case as the next one. Parfums de Marly's Darlie. Okay. Darlie's really sexy, but in a different way. This I could wear anywhere. I could wear, this is like, okay, so this is like a woody sandalwood scent with this Gaiac wood that can be a little bit like kind of dry smelling woods. But that's the base, so that comes out a little bit later. And the top and the mids where this thing becomes like super special. So it's really having a hard time focusing on this one. Yeah, Darlie. I originally made an unboxing video and I kind of deleted it. I don't know why. I just kind of spur of the moment deleted it. I wasn't too happy with it. So anyway, Darlie. Expensive. This is not cheap. And I realized that I had some doubts about its performance, but then I realized after I wore it that it actually performs pretty well, and it changes as you're wearing it, so it starts to become different as you're wearing it, and it's a niche fragrance, right? So it does that thing where you wear it and it changes as you're wearing it. That's something I like because it's kind of like as your day's going by, as you're wearing it, it's evolving and dancing and moving and performing off of you, you know? Darlie has a barbershop, kind of like really high-end shaving cream. Like you go to a super expensive barber and you get the most beautiful pampered treatment, and you get that shaving cream kind of smell, that old school barbershop man smell. But it doesn't go into masculine to be like gross, to be like offensive to anybody, right? Some of the older school like masculine barbershop smells can be kind of gross to people. This turns people off, especially like girls around our age. Guys like them, like but you know, it could be much for females. Like you literally smell like you're wearing cologne. And that's a thing, like with this one, you don't smell like you're wearing cologne because it's so soft, it's sweet, it's got this tonka bean thing going on. I don't know if there's vanilla. I don't really smell too much vanilla. There's a mint in the top note. It's just this masculine, clean, dapper as hell, smooth smelling. You can spray a ton of this and not offend anyone. It's 125 mLs, right? It's a bigger bottle than normal. And sample it if you get a chance. I didn't know I was going to like this so much. People compare this to Jean-Paul Gaultier's La Malle and also Amouage's Reflection Man, and I could see the comparisons to both of those, but it is kind of its own thing. And it is different, but it could be in their family, right? Like you could own all three of those, wear them, and they smell similar, and they do have similar effects, but much different use case. I mean, Reflection Man as well. Like you could interchange one or the other and still have the same effect. But anyway, hard to convey smells and what it smells like to you, but easy to convey what its use cases are. So this is another one where if I wasn't sure about exactly how I want to present myself, like I would wear this to a job interview. No brainer. Because at the very least, you just smell like you just got, like if you shave your face, like I don't shave my face. I don't really cut my hair or anything. I have long hair and a beard, right? But if you, especially if you're like a clean cut guy and you want to complement that clean cut factor, this is a really great one for that clean cut factor, okay? You're going to smell like you just walked out of the most expensive barbershop that ever occurred, and it's soft and gentle in that way and not like astringent and abrasive in that way. So yeah, try out Darlie if you can get a chance to smell it one day. It is really slept on in the Parfums de Marly lineup. So everybody's hyping all the other Parfums de Marlys. I think this is a pretty beautiful scent, man. It's much more wearable than like Leighton and a lot of the other ones that people hype up. I could really don't see myself wearing a lot of the other ones. I've tried samples of them and I'll just never pick them back up. But yeah, Darlie, super cool. I have two more. Coffee and Whiskey, Bath and Body Works. Okay, I've gotten 4 fragrances from Bath and Body Works, like the actual like spray on kind of fragrances like this. I really enjoy Coffee and Whiskey. This one is like, you can spray heavy. It's got the, guess what you think it smells like, huh? Coffee and whiskey. It's pretty linear scent. Doesn't change as it goes. It's not strong and dark and crazy or anything. It smells like this really, really nice, sweet coffee kind of smell. So it's not a dark, mystical coffee smell. It's a sweet coffee smell. And super enjoyable, light. You could spray this all over the place. You could spray this on yourself, on your bed, in your kitchen. You could spray it in your car. There's just so many use cases for this. And to be honest, sits kind of close to your skin pretty quickly, so you can spray a ton of it. It's not going to offend anyone, and you're going to smell really great. So I think I've smelled something like this on someone else, and I just like had to ask them what it was, and I'm pretty sure it was Coffee and Whiskey, but it was like the lotion. So you could slap the lotion on, then spray this on top, whatever. I think it might be discontinued, but if it's not, and you see it, and they have that deal at Bath and Body Works. I always call it Bed Bath and Body Works. I don't know because I'm stupid, but Bath and Body Works, right? So that's a pretty big company, pretty easy to find a store. When you go in that store, see if they're having a deal. So I think ours was like buy 3, get 3 free, which was ridiculous. So we did our Christmas shopping, bought 3. I got to keep a couple, and then I got to gift some away to other people. So I bought like 6 fragrances for the price of 3, and it's 600 mLs. That's fucking awesome. So I got a whole lineup of them. I'll do a video on the 4 that I have at some point. But yeah, coffee and whiskey is probably one of the most uh, out of all of the Bath and Body Works stuff. This one and Noir really gets a lot of use. And then I have fresh water, and that smells like Acqua di Gio for sure, but it's pretty weak. And then I have smoked old fashioned, which is their most unique fragrance in my eyes. And I love smoked old fashioned. I smelled that on someone else. That's how I got into it. Pretty beautiful presentation here. It's so simple, and I just love it. And it smells great, and it's cheap as it gets. And you can go to the store and smell it there and not have to buy a sample. So try out coffee and whiskey. And one left. We're just gonna breeze through this last one because I don't have the bottle. But it is Guerlain or Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Intense, the intense one. So the Le Intense, hard to explain the Guerlain perfumery, but they use a lot of natural smelling. So it smells like this natural kind of, there's cherry in it, there's like peppers in it. It's a sweet kind of, you could almost take it, if you took it really far, you'd smell like cherry cough syrup, right? If you took it really in a far direction, it's that kind of direction of DNA. But this one uses like this leather note. That leather note is so smooth. It's not like an offensive leather note. It's a soft, like smooth leather note, and this thing just sings, man. I love it. Love how it smells. I'm probably gonna get a whole bottle of it, but I'm just waiting because I just got Darley and I got a new Mancera, and like I'm just biding my time and shopping a little. I almost pulled the trigger on another one called Kajal to Lamar today, but I didn't, because you got to be careful how much money you spend, especially living in New York. Anyway, L'Homme Ideal, L'Intense. If you get a chance to smell this, it's a designer fragrance, so you can find it, I think, in a store. But I only found this because I bought the sample. This sample is from Decant X. I really like Decant X. It gets me a lot of my samples. Anyway, that's my last one for the night. It's now like 1 in the morning, and I made a 37-minute video. Hopefully I didn't wake anyone up. And if I did, hopefully they got some inspiration to smell really good too, which that's really my goal here, is to just share, show and tell, and give you guys some really good recs. So I don't know if you want to recap, but if I had to pick one of these for you guys to get, and it was like the most interesting one on the whole list, I'd have to say the most interesting one on the list, the strangest one to me, is Diorum Intense. This is the weirdest. It's not weird in a bad way. It's just the most interesting smell on the list because it smells very, very out there, very avant-garde, a little bit strange coming from a designer house. But nonetheless, I really do love this one. And it's full circle. Anyway, good night, guys. Thanks for hanging. I'm going to make some more of these. Peace.